Hey guys, Ron Devine here. Hope you're doing fabulous as always, guys. So guys, today I wanted to talk to you about stand your ground. And this is something that I think all conservatives, all people that have a clue about what is actually happening need to really understand, because there's a lot more going on than you realize. But we're going to get into it right after this. All right, guys, welcome back. So yeah, I want to talk to you guys about standing your ground. You know, when I look at everything that's happening right now, when I see all the craziness going on, you know, we as Christians, we as individuals that maybe even if you're not a Christian, but yet you understand that there's a lot more that's happening than meets the eye. We need to really understand where we're going right now and what is transpiring in our world. You know, when you look at everything around you, when you look at what's happening in the government, when you look at, you know, how things have come to pass here in the United States, if you're from the United States, unfortunately, I don't know enough about the governments from around the world to be able to go into every one, but I'm going to go into what is transpiring here in the United States over these last 4.5 years or so. So we've had a president that, for some reason or another, because people don't like him, that bashed him since before he ever even got into the presidency, right? And then we have this group of people, this sect. I like to call it a sect because that's really what it boils down to. You have a sect of people who have determined that no matter what, they are going to try to destroy this person's life along with anyone who believes in him, right? And whether you like him or you don't, I'm not going into that aspect of it. I'm just going into realistically what is happening in our government and in our world, okay? This is not a political message or whether you should have voted for him or you shouldn't have. This is just something for you to really take a step back and go, well, you know what? I guess I didn't realize that. But when you look at it, you had a media organization that has had a fixation on this man for the last 4.5 years, right? You've had a group of people who have lied. You have a group of people who have cheated, who have stolen, who have done everything in their power to get this man gone. Now, once again, I don't care if you like him or if you hate him. He is the president of the United States of America, okay? And when you look at that, up until this point in time, that presidency has been held with a somberness, with with ability for people to say, you know what, I might not like this man, but I am not gonna look at every waking minute of every waking hour of every waking day to try to destroy this man's life, to try to get this person out. Now, how did we get into this situation where we are so divided, where our country here in the United States is completely haywire right now? We have gotten here because, once again, you have a media organization that has been programming you for years and years and years. And what they have done is they have learned the system that in order, like I said yesterday, if you want to conquer a country, the only way you can do it is conquer it from within first, and then you can take down that whole entire country, and then that country will be servants to whoever you put in power, because there is so much animosity that all it takes is one person to come in and do something that tries to bring the country together, right? But it doesn't. It doesn't bring it together. All they do is manipulate you. This is how third world countries became third world countries. This is how socialism and communist countries have become that way. They have taken you, they divided it, and then they come in and they say, oh, well, we're going to give you this. And what they're really doing is they're taking away your rights as an individual. And when they start to take away your rights, when they tell you you need to have this, and we're going to give you this, you need to have it, anytime you hear those type of words, you should already be thinking, wait a second, something's not right here. If they're telling me I need to have this here, then you should say, why do I need it? Why are they telling me that I have to have something that I can very well have on my own? Oh, well, we need everybody should have health care. I agree, I don't have health care, right? But I'm also not stupid, right? I understand that if you're going to tell me that I need to have it, that gives you control over my life. And I am not giving anyone control over my life except for my God. And when you understand that you as conservatives, you as people of faith, you as people who have an understanding that things are not right in our country right now, we need to step up. We need to take a stand and say, I am not, and I repeat, I am not going to do anything that you tell me I have to do, because my Constitution tells me I have a right. I have a right to free speech. I have a right to bear arms. I have a right to do so many things. And if you try to take that right away from me, then I am being a fool for letting you do it. All right? So you have to understand it is time to take a stand, people. Now, I'm not talking take a stand and go to war or any of this other nonsense. I want you to take a stand and start thinking for yourself. I want you to take a stand and start speaking up. I want you to take a stand and understand that, wait a second, me and my house are going to serve a God, and I'm going to put my faith and trust in Him. Because, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, World War III is on its way, and you might not think it, you might not understand it, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes that most people are not looking at, that most people don't comprehend, that most people are just pushing off because they're happy living their daily little lives without questioning the system, without understanding that there is more to this world that meets your little beady eyes. You have to understand, wait a second, what's the bigger picture? What is really happening? One world order, one world system, great reset, right? That's what we're talking about. I need to understand then, wait a second, how is that going to be achieved? Good question, huh? How has it always been achieved? Through war. Any time that countries have gotten into this kind of predicament, World War I, World War II, all of them, right guys, listen, all of them came at a time where the economy was bad across the world. And then all of a sudden war breaks out. You have somebody that says, wait a second, I'm going to be that person that's going to change the world. And when you see that, now you know that there's something bigger going on. And I want you to wake up. I want you to take a stand. I want you to see that there is nothing impossible to those that believe in God and put their faith and trust in Him and have the ability to say, I am not going to think for myself per se. I'm going to let God think through me. I'm not going to listen to what everyone else is saying because I know I have the Spirit of God living inside of me, and I am going to put everything I have into hearing what He has to say, and not what the news says, not what the politicians say, not what anybody else says. I'm going to take a stand for who I am, who I believe in, and what I have the ability to do. And when you do that, that's how we can make a difference in this world. This is how we can revert all of this stuff. We can take that stand and say, wait a second, you don't have power over us. How some of these people continue to get elected is beyond my imagination. They do nothing for their areas, and their areas have gotten worse, and they keep on getting elected. You guys don't stop and think about this? You don't stop and think about how a guy who barely campaigned had more votes than anyone else in history, including Obama. You don't stop and think about this for a second? You think that there's that much hatred for Trump that all these people in old folks' homes decided to vote? That all these people who were dead decided to vote? Oh, wait a second. I'm not saying it's fraud, guys, because we know YouTube will take this video down, but I will tell you this. It's suspicious, at the very, very least. And we need to take a stand and understand that greater is he that lives in me than he that's of the world. And we also know, guys, that for right now, for Christians, and it's only going to get worse, it's only going to get worse for any conservative that don't agree with the mainstream. You're going to be harassed, as you are right now on social media. You can't say things. YouTube takes videos down if they disagree with you. Twitter and Facebook, they'll take your accounts down. They'll block your posts. You don't understand that you are being manipulated to believe what they want you to believe? If you don't see this, guys, then you really need to take a look in the mirror and say, who am I? Who am I? Because I'm nobody then. Because everybody else is controlling who I am. Everybody else is telling me what I need to do. You need to take a stand. You need to step up. You need to realize who you are. You need to realize what's happening to our world right this minute under your very nose, and stop just rolling with the punches. Stop listening to what these people tell you, and understand that you and only you can make a change in your life. You and only you can change this world. We cannot count on politicians. We cannot count on anybody else than me, myself, and I to make a difference in this world. And we have to do it through having faith in God and speaking up and just telling the world that, you know what, I am not going to back down. I am not going to be your puppet. I am not going to be that person that you can control. I am going to live the life that God has called me to live, and nothing more and nothing less. Guys, understand, if you don't think World War III is very, very close in our lifetimes, then you're mistaken. You really, really need to go and take a quiet space and just analyze things. If you do that, you will see what's really happening, guys. Just get out of the media, get out of social media, get out of anything else, and just step back and say, what is really going on? And when you see it, it will change your life. I promise you. Anyways, guys, hope you got something out of this short little message. You know I'm here to give you that spirit of increase, because I know if I give you that spirit of increase, it will change your perspective. And if you change your perspective, you will change your life. And then we can change this world one person at a time. As always, guys, make sure you create yourselves a fabulous day.